Muna, welcome to the interview. Can you introduce yourself briefly?
Yes, so hi, my name is Muna. I'm half Dutch, half Chadian, and I'm a second year dental student.
Can you talk a little bit about your high school background?
So I went to a French system school here in Montreal, Collège Stanislas, and I did my high school and CEGEP equivalent there. So in high school, we have to meet the requirements from France as well as from the province of Quebec. So we have kind of a bit of a big load of work because we have to juggle both systems.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience with the admission process in dentistry?
So the admission process in dentistry is a bit different from other bachelors. So you have obviously to submit your notes. You also have to submit a CV. You have to go through the Casper. So the Casper is kind of like an interview, but you do online, and you have little scenarios, and they're asking you a question about like what you would do in that scenario to kind of assess like what kind of a person you are and see if you're fit or not for dentistry. You also have it in medicine. I think you have it in like nursing as well. And then after the Casper, you also have in the DAT, which is the dental aptitude test. But like for my year, it wasn't required, but it tests your dexterity. So for example, you carve soap. But yeah. And you also have an interview process as well once everything is done. And then after you get accepted. So that's kind of a tedious process.
Can you briefly describe how your program is built?
So the program is, it's a bit different whether you come directly from CEGEP or you come from university. If it's from CEGEP, then it's 5 years. And if you come from university or like bachelor's or anything, it's 4 years. Now I'm going to talk about like the 5 years if you come from CEGEP. So the first year is what we call Dent P, or like a preparatory year. And it's basically you're an undergrad. You do the same undergrad classes as, for example, in anatomy and cell biology. So you have the same required classes, and you also have electives that you take. So that would be your first year. And then you have 4 years after, where you do like kind of a half med school, half dentistry for a year or two. And then like the last 2 years and a half or so, you do only dentistry. So that would be this, like the 4 years would be the same in like whether you come from CEGEP or you come from an undergrad or master's. But this year they changed it a bit. So like instead of having a year and a half mixed with the med students, it's only like 7 months-ish, like not even a year. And then after it's only dent classes.
Can you name one thing you like and one thing you dislike about your major?
I'd say one thing I like, okay, it might be like something I like and I dislike at the same time. Like as dental students, yes, we do like dental stuff, like dental classes, but a bit less, especially in the first years. And we do more med classes, which I guess is interesting, but also like at the same time, like you're told like, you won't use this. So like you like what you learn, but then at the same time, it's like you have so much stress to be good at that when you'll never like use it again, or like it's very rare that you will use that concept or material again. So that's kind of like, I like it, but then like it's kind of like a lot of stress for something I won't use after.
Can you talk about the load of homework? So what kind of homework do you have?
Okay, so for the med classes, how it works is that it's divided in blocks. So for each block, it's like one theme. Like the first block was just public health, the second block is respiration, then you have circulation and so on. So like every system in the body. And so each block is a bit like built differently. We usually only have one final like examination. We also have what we call small groups. You're like 15 in a room, and you discuss cases pertaining to the lectures that you've had during like the week or so. You usually have to prepare for these. You can also have quizzes, or you can have assignments. And I guess all of this could be considered as homework. Yeah, but you don't have that many assignments, and sometimes it's only just like a final that you have, and you might have a midterm depending on how long the block is. That's for med. And then for dentistry, we have assignments. Like some classes we only have assignments and no finals, no other evaluations, and some classes we have both assignments and midterm and final.
Can you give one piece of advice to a prospective student in your major?
One advice, I guess, trust yourself. Like if you've made it thus far, it's because you're able to perform and you're able to work hard. And at times, I guess, you could be a bit like stressed and You're kind of like overthinking everything, but like stay grounded and think about like why you're here and what's like the journey you've been through to allow you to be here. And yeah, remember your goal. Always like, yeah, look at your goal.
Next question is about the regret.
So I'd say like if you come from Dent P, like you will hear different stuff from like different people, like how they felt the year was, and I'd say hear them out, but like don't base yourself off of what they like, what advice in a way, or like what they tell you. Like you really have to go through it yourself and then think of like, what you really think about that year, and also like how you want to work things out. And because I was told that like it's super easy, like yeah, you only have 15 hours a week, so it's fine, like chill, you can do whatever on the side. But like in the end, it's still like hard classes that you have to go through. So it's not as chill as some people say it is. I mean, maybe for them, but yeah.
Do you find it hard to balance school and your social life?
It depends on the week, more or less, I'd say. Because we work in blocks, like we know when our exam will be. It's usually like after a month or a month and a half. So like I'd say that the first few weeks of the block, I will go out, I will do like stuff on the side and everything, but then like a week or two after the exam, you won't see me out anywhere. Like there's no way I'm leaving my house. But I still try to do activities on the side to volunteer, to just continue playing sports, and yes.
What do you plan on doing after this degree? Do you want to continue in the same direction?
Well, after dentistry, so what's different, also from med school, is that once you've graduated from McGill, you're a dentist. Like you can work. You don't have to go through residency specialization if you don't want to. You can directly work. Whereas when you finish your medical degree from any university, I suppose, you have to go through residency to be able to work. Like for us, it's not required. Yeah, like what I'd like to do after, maybe specialization, maybe go abroad and specialize abroad. I guess I leave my door open. My door's already open.
Why did you choose this program, and why did you choose McGill?
So this program, it's really something that I was interested in since I was like a kid. I really wanted to go into dentistry since I was like 7. So I think it wasn't really a hard choice for me. It's just like based on the experiences that I had with my dentists and also orthodontists. And also why McGill, because I think it really opens a lot of doors, especially if you want to go abroad, because like you're taught in English, obviously, so it's easier to go abroad because I guess we all use English to communicate. Whereas if I went to like a francophone school, it would have been maybe not a bit difficult, but it would have been different.
In your opinion, was it hard to adjust to university life and to your classes?
It was hard the first year. Yeah, it was hard the first year, even though I had less amount of not less amount of work, but like less classes than I had in CJEP. It's just like in CJEP, I guess I picked and choose which classes I wanted to focus on. Maybe I reviewed the weekend before, it was fine. Whereas if you try to do that the first year, good luck to you. It's really hard. So I guess like study-wise, it was a bit different from CJEP to university, but I ended up adapting. I didn't have any choice.
How is the overall vibe in your classes? Do you like it?
When we're with the meds, I guess we do like mingle a lot with the meds as well. And we only have one classroom, I guess, for where we have our class, and it's usually like 200-ish people. And then when we're within the dent faculty, we're only 41, so it's really small. It's kind of like high school CJEP vibe. Everyone knows each other, and I guess we do have a good ambiance.
Okay, amazing. Well, that's it for the interview. Thank you so much, Muna.
Thank you.